Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 one, hello. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello. 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 1, 2, 3. Hello. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello. Hello. 1, 2. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. 1, 2, 3.
जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी श्री माता जी के श्री चरणों में प्रणाम करके अपनी कुंडलिनी उठाकर बंधन लेंगे। We will all bow down at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji, raise our kundalini and put ourselves in bandhan.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता गी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता गी श्री नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माता गी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो श्री गणेश मंत्र। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। रचिल्या ऋषी मुनी ज्याच्या अर्चानंत ढंका विनायकारे घडतो तुझा दिगंत रचिल्या ऋषी मुनीनी रचिल्या ऋषी मुनीनी ज्याच्या अर्चा अनंत ढंका विनायकारे झडतो तुझा दिगंत झडतो तुझा दिगंत वरदायका गणेश महदाशय सुरेश वरदायका गणेश महदाशय सुरेश कावेधला विसी तू कावेधला हे रंभ हे कदंता रचिल्या ऋषी मुनी ज्याच्या अर्चा अनंत ढंका विनायकारे घडतो तुझा दिगंत शीदळ तुरी तू कोणा कैन हे तू शीदळ तुरी तू कोणा कैन हे तू अजुनी भ्रमात सारे अजुनी भ्रमात सारे योगी मुनी महंत रचिल्या ऋषी मुनी ज्याच्या अर्चानंत ढंका विनायकारे घडतो तुझा दिगंत सहज मंदिरात जे जे अनन्य भक्त सहज मंदिरात जे जे अनन्य भक्त हे सर्व भाग्यवंत हे सर्व भाग्यवंत होतात पुण्यवंत होतात पुण्यवंत रचिल्या ऋषी मुनीनी ज्याच्या अर्चानंत ढंका विनायकारे झडतो तुझा दिगंत झडतो तुझा दिगंत जळतो तुझा दिगंत. तुझ्या कृपेचा प्रसाद दे तू मजला आधार जीवनाला आधार जीवनाला जगण्यास दे तू मजला आई तुझ्या कृपेचा प्रसाद दे तू मजला आई तुझ्या कृपेचा प्रसाद दे तू मजला आधार जीवनाला आधार जीवनाला जगण्यास दे तू मजला आई तुझ्या कृपेचा प्रसाद दे तू मजला सहजा आई आलो पदरात घे तू मजला सहजात आई आलो पदरात घे तू मजला ध्यानात नालो तुझिया ध्यानात नालो तुझिया दिव्यातने तू मजला तुझ्या कृपेचा प्रसाद दे तू मजला हलकी तुझेच रूप हलकी तुझेच रूप आदि शक्ती स्वरूप कल्की तुझेच रूप आदि शक्ती स्वरूप ब्रह्मा प्रसाद दे तू मजला आई तुझा कृपेचा प्रसाद दे तू मजला जे जे मनी दिसावे तुझियाच रूप ठावे जे जे मनी दिसावे आई जे जे मनी दिसावे तुझियाच रूप ठावे अंतिम सत्य माझे अंतिम सत्य माझे चरणी तुझ्या राहावे अंतिम सत्य माझे चरणी तुझ्या राहावे चरणी तुझ्या राहावे आई तुझ्या कृपेचा प्रसाद दे तू मजला आधार जीवनाला आधार जीवनाला जगण्यास दे तू मजला आई तुझ्या कृपेचा प्रसाद दे तू मजला प्रसाद दे तू मजला प्रसाद दे तू मजला
इसी ध्यान की स्थिति में अब हम सब श्री माता जी की अमृत वाणी को सुनेंगे. In this meditative state, let us now listen to Shri Mata Ji's Amrit Vani.
So my tour of Australia has come to an end, and today is a day I can say it's all very well done. We have had very good response. I didn't expect that much everywhere. It was tremendous, and very great things have happened, some miracles also during this visit. And one has to know that Sahaja Yogis have to be with great potential manifesting. If they are, then it triggers very well. Otherwise, I cannot work out. For that, we have to understand that in Sahaja Yoga there is no sacrifice of any kind. Don't have to sacrifice anything. It's all the time blessings throughout. Don't have to sacrifice anything. And you don't have to suffer also anything, nothing of the kind. I have told you about how my father was in jail, my mother was in jail, and how many times, and how we suffered during the War of Independence. We lost everything, all our properties, everything, for the war of independence only. But this is the independence, the freedom of an absolute nature, not only for you but for the whole world, for your children, for everyone. So it's a tremendous work. It's a very great achievement in the history of spirituality, in the history of the world. This is the greatest thing that has happened, is that people are transformed into a new awareness. Perhaps you are not aware of it, and we take it for granted. We don't understand the importance of it, and we get lost into smaller things and very wasteful things which are of no value. All these things will be going into the history. You must understand that. And where do you stand in that history? What will you be called? So now, first of all, there were problems with the leaders, all right. But there were some who stuck on to it. They didn't give it up. They did not give it up because the leaders were bad. Nobody wrote to me, all right. But they stuck on. But those who went away, why didn't they write to me? Why they went away? This is an escape from reality. This is an escape. To say that there was something wrong with the ashram people, there was something wrong with the leaders, of course it was. But you should have written to me. Why didn't you write to me? Why did you take such decisions on your own and just left the Sahaja going to lurch? You have to be people of quality. Otherwise Sahaja Yoga won't work out. It's not meant for people who are mediocres. If there are few, doesn't matter. But there have to be people of quality. That is one thing for sure. Now I have seen that everywhere people have taken here a view that it's better to have separate houses. But this is another absurd view. From where it has come into your heads, I don't know. Absolutely absurd. Against Sahaja is most a Sahaja view. Today only I was reading, 5 old ladies were killed by one man because they were living alone in every house. Such violence, such horrible atmosphere everywhere. Even for security, it's better that you live together, at least 8 people, 10 people together. There's no sacrifice in it. There's no sacrifice. On the contrary, if you live together, as I've told you, save money. Your children are looked after. Somebody is pregnant, she's looked after. There's somebody to look after you. But what is the gain of having another house? I don't understand. You have to work much harder, pay much more, but a kind of a ego satisfaction is there. And then they develop problems, I have seen. We've got cancer, we've got heart attacks, we've got this, my son has run away, that has happened, that has happened. All this arbitrary behavior, and I'm supposed to be sort of responsible for everything. It's a complete liability. Once somebody comes to Sahaja Yoga, then he is a liability on us. But he has no responsibilities and he has no duties. Only I have. That's not proper. So now I have to tell you today, very frankly, that you all have to live together, at least 8 to 10 people in a place. And don't fight, don't create groups. Group making is a very wrong thing. Before making any group, you write to me. You are all welcome to write to me, and I'll attend to that letter if it is worth attending, because I know everything through vibrations. Don't talk against each other. It's a murmuring souls, and Christ has said such people will go to hell. It's not hell outside, I tell you, it will be the hell here. It's hell here. I have seen people suffering. I am so frightened, you have no idea. Don't play about with Sahaja Yoga at all. I'm just warning you, it's a very, very serious thing. People have got heart attacks, have got accidents, have got cancers. all kinds of things, and really I am quite frightened that you people don't realize that there is another force working it out. So don't take arbitrary decisions. You are very safe in Sahaja Yoga. Stay in Sahaja Yoga, grow in Sahaja Yoga, enjoy in Sahaja Yoga. Everything is there available for you. And you don't have to do anything else except that keep together. It's a collective happening. It's a collective. If you are not in the collective, the divine is not interested in you at all. You are out of it. Only the collective gets the power. Only the collective is magnetic. Single person who lives away from collective all the time is something wrong with that person. If he cannot be collective, there is something wrong. Such a person should sit down, find out what's wrong with that person, must get it corrected. Absolutely corrected. And see to it that you are all right. Because this is for your benevolence. You want to lead a happy, healthy, good life, then be sensible. Have some wisdom about it. And so some people who have been negative are still negative and just thinking on the same lines. So it's high time all of you have to work it out sensibly and understand it. There are leaders because I have to have communication. That's all. And they will communicate to me about you people. There are problems, they'll try to solve you. If they cannot solve it, they'll write to me and I'll have to see to it. There's not going to be any regimentation in Sahaja Yoga at all. It is a thing of love. But you must have love for yourself. I mean, you should be self-disciplined. Now imagine how I must have felt. I have come here. I've worked so hard for so many times I have been here. And when I come here, what I find, everything is broken down. So sad. Work so hard. Now next time I am going to see you all settle down in proper ashrams, in different places. Not for your own comfort you should think, but if you have an ashram, you put a center there. Every place you can have a center. In Bombay, I don't know, we have 18 or 21 centers in Bombay. That's how it increases and improves. You have centers everywhere. So it's available to people all the time. You talk about it, meet every day. Evening time you all can meet, talk to each other. And you have one day in a week somewhere, in a school or something, a big place where you all meet. The more you meet, the more there is rapport, the more there is collectivity, the more there are blessings for each one of you and for all of you. It absolutely simultaneously works out. When there is no collectivity, no. When there is collectivity, everything. Everything is available to you. So don't try to break the collectivity by forming any groups or anything, nothing of the kind. If you find anything wrong, you have to write to me. But everybody's responsibility is to sustain the collectivity, to support it, to help it. If you find that somebody is talking about somebody else, then you say, no, he was talking very good about you. Why are you talking ill about that person? This is what Christ has said, that these are peacemakers. But somebody says something about someone, then you go and that one is like this, then another one. We are not like common people, we are not ordinary people, we are saints. We have to respect each other, to love each other, to understand and enjoy each other. What will the children say tomorrow? So nobody should get away with this idea that we can have separate houses, live separately, and we are all right. Better take out all my photographs from them. They have no business. At least 8 persons should be there in one household. At least minimum. 8 to 10 people is a good idea. There's no safety, there's no progress, there's nothing in such houses where they live alone very nicely. Morning till evening they are cooking, cleaning, sweeping, swabbing, looking after the car, locking the house. What else are they doing? It's so boring to be alone. It's extremely boring. Now, I have already told you very clearly that we have to live together. and let the children know each other, know everyone. They should know about their friendship, and it is so nice the way they love each other and the way they talk to each other, and about their aunties and uncles they talk. So sweet. So many aunties and uncles to have is something so remarkable. To have so many nephews and nieces all over. And unless and until you have that kind of a feeling, it won't work out. Then if somebody finds something wrong with your child and tells you, don't get angry for that. Thankful. Try to improve your child. Improvement of your child is for the benevolence of the child. Not to feel bad. This is my child. This my business has to go a little bit, then I will come. If there is my house, my children, my car, my this has to go away. Let us see how we start diverting our energies to a collective beauty, collective love, collective understanding. And if it is not, there is something wrong with you. Take it from me, something wrong. So either you are right-sided or left-sided. Find out and just get yourself cleared out. Clean out yourself. And you will understand that there was something wrong with you, nothing wrong with Sahaja. All such ideas are going to completely blast Sahaja and finish it off. They are selfish, self-oriented, absolutely out of date ideas for Sahaja. You can have one room each other for each one of them, and you can stay together, and you can have somebody as a leader whomsoever you want. If you want, we can do rotation of leaders later on. If you like, that can be done also. But still, I would say that unless and until there is something wrong with the leader, it's not proper to remove such a leader. But whatever you suggest, I don't mind. But we have to have someone who is looking after you and informing me about you. But the wife of the leader is never a leader. Understand that. It's only the leader is the leader. Whether it's the husband or a wife of a leader is not a leader. And she should never behave like that. She has to be very motherly, kindly, and all the time looking after all the people in a more gentler way than the husband himself. That's the sign of a good wife of a leader. We have some. We have such women. And wherever there has been good ashrams, Sahaja Yoga has prospered. It has gone up to the governments, it has gone up to the intellectuals, it has gone up to such areas where we would never expect. Anywhere there has been. And most of the people now are in the ashram in the whole world. I hope you all understand the importance of it. Anything goes wrong with anyone here, immediately the telephone comes that something has gone wrong with such and such person is sick. Then I can tell you what is to be done, how to get that person cured. But supposing you are in some other house, it happened like this, one fellow was like that and he met with an accident. Met with an accident, nobody knew. He was lying in the hospital. When he came to his consciousness, he called for somebody, then they told me. It's like one family, it's like one body. If something hurts here, the whole body knows. You must know how many there are with us. You'll feel so strong and happy. But first of all, you must develop that rapport. You must develop that love. You must develop that personality. Now those who are left-sided, I've already told them what treatment they have to take it seriously. Left-sidedness should not be allowed to grow at all. I tell you, it's very dangerous. All these horrible diseases that you have heard of, all of them, one and all, say epilepsy, mental derangements, you can say cancer, all psychosomatic, this mellitus, then there are other diseases like AIDS, all that, attack only left-sided people. Anybody who has left side, immediately try to get rid of left side. Right side shows so everybody knows. And you can throw away such a person. Or you can correct. But the left side, be very careful. Don't play about with the left side. Left side is very dangerous. To avoid that, don't mix up with people who are mentally deranged. Don't go to the hospitals where such people live. Don't try to cure people who are left-sided. They can be all cured on my photograph. And if somebody starts telling too much about their woes and all that, just shut your ears. All this left side comes from a kind of a self-indulgence, in the sense that you start thinking you are so miserable, you are so unhappy, you are no good and all that. So the right-sided are overconfident, the left-sided are diffident. But because they are diffident, see, all kinds of viruses can attack them. And these viruses are the thing which bring forth diseases which cannot be cured. So be careful on that part. Now right-sided people trouble others. The left-sided trouble themselves. And the right-sided trouble others. They try to show off. They want to think they are too much. First sign of a right-sided is that he starts suddenly shouting. Or giving lectures also. That's another one. Thirdly, he tries to show off that he is a very big, great Sahaja Yogi. There is nobody great in Sahaja Yoga. Everybody is just the same. Just like all fingers are the same, every cell is the same, everybody is the same. So nobody higher and lower, there is no hierarchy in Sahaja Yoga. Everybody must understand that we are all one, part and parcel of one body, and we don't have to consider ourselves higher or lower. So there are so many ways of expression of these boastful right-sided people. And you can pull their legs, all right, allowed. If somebody boasts too much, you just pull their legs. That's allowed. That's how in India nobody can have ego, because from very childhood somebody tries to show off, pull their legs. If somebody talks loudly, pull their legs. If somebody laughs loudly, pull their legs. I mean, anything somebody tries to do, overdo, just pull their legs. So it doesn't behove for a Sahaja Yogi to be like that. Sahaja Yogi has to be very dignified. Otherwise, why will people come to Sahaja Yoga if we are just like them? We have to be exceptional, isn't it? And that's what I call dignified, loving, affectionate, kind, sweet. That's what is the beauty. So anybody who shouts, screams, gets angry, full of anger, this thing, bring one pin and just prick it. Allowed. And if he says anything is to prick your ego. Show the pins, you see, like this, you will understand, all right, this is what I am. So, when you make fun of a person who is egoist, he may not like. But you show him a pin, he'll understand, oh God, I've got it. They are quite aware of their ego, they don't want to have it. There was a gentleman from Delhi, his son wrote to me saying that my father says that he is not allowed to speak at all and he is feeling very sad about it. So, in the lecture I said that nobody is allowed to speak. After my tape, meditate, stay in that meditative mood and go home. Not that just after meditation, what cake I am going to have, all rush to the kitchen. It's very surprising, even Indians are surprised at it. India people don't get so much to eat, but they are not hankering so much after food. Here the first attention is in the kitchen, all the time they are in the kitchen. How many times you take your tea is important. You should count how many times you are in the kitchen. I mean, you are still little babies, I tell you, in that respect. I don't think I have ever opened a fridge to take out even water for myself. Since I remember my life. Never. So this hankering after food is also another funny thing, that is, after meditation people just get up and go to eat. You must sit down, meditate. Now after meditation, if people start giving speeches, then the people are anxious to go to the kitchen, hear somebody giving lectures. So big problem starts between the two. They don't like it because they think, oh, there's a cake there, there's something biryani kept, and here it is, this gentleman is trying to give us a lecture. Nobody likes it. But it should be something very different, that we are in meditative mode. How can we come out of it? So I better tell you a story of Janaka, which is very important. He was the one, in the beginning, at the time of Sri Rama, he was the father-in-law of Sri Rama. His name was Raja Janaka. And he was a king. So all the saints used to come and bow to him. And he was a king. He used to live like a king. So one fellow, Nachiketa, asked his guru, he said, what is this you bow to this Raja? He's got all the wealth, he's got everything, wears all the ornaments, he has all the pomp and show. Why should you, a saint like you, go and bow to him? He said, he's Videhi. He's so detached, he's Videhi. He doesn't exist in his body. He couldn't understand. He said, all right, I'll go and see him. So he went and told him that I want to become self-realized as you are. He said, you ask me everything I can give you, but no self-realization. All right, we'll see about it, he said. So one day they were having a bath. He said, let's go to the river, we'll have our bath. So he took this boy, they were sitting and having the bath. When some people came and told that your palace is burning and everybody is running away. So he was still in meditative mode, he wouldn't listen. Then they came back again, shouted, see now, your wife and children all have come out of it and they are all running away because the whole thing is getting burned. Still he was in meditative mood, least bothered. Then they said, now the fire is coming this side and what are you doing? So Nachiketa got up and he caught hold of his clothes. He thought, I should wear my clothes, at least they'll be burnt. But he was still meditating. Then Nachiketa realized that he is Videhi. That's why Sitaji is called as Vaidehi, because she is the daughter of a Videhi. That's what we have to be. Where is our attention, we should say? We are meditating, take it deep down into yourself. That's a meditative mood. Keep yourself there. And after meditation, you just get up silently, sit for a while. I think best would be to have your food first and then meditate, if that is so. If you think that is proper. But I think if you have to get now into that new triggering, as I told you, into that new jumping that we have to do in Sahaja Yoga, if you have to catch that train, then you hurry up. You have to change all these ideas. You have had many houses, you have had many wives, many children in your previous life. You never had your realization, now you have got it. So now just every individual, every one of you should not think of others, think of yourself. I have to do it. I have to get it. I have to work it out. This is what you have to do. Why should I miss it? It's a chance of many lives. The chance of many lives. And that's how you can jump over, work it out. We had lots of people in Australia, and if they had worried about themselves as to what I have done for Sahaja Yoga. So in the morning, you just decide what I am going to do for Sahaja Yoga and myself. In the evening, what have I done for myself and what have I done for Sahaja Yoga. Myself doesn't mean selfishness, but for my ascent. Every day, you start a diary and write it down. You face yourself. No excuses, nothing. If you are left behind, what can we do? We can't help it. That is how you will find all kinds of blessings will come to. You will be able to save money, you will be able to save time, you will get good jobs. All your problems can be solved if you really surrender yourself to that Parama Chaitanya. Everything can be done. But as long as you have this narrow-mindedness and these narrow ideas about yourself, till then it won't work out. This drop has to become one with the ocean. Then ocean takes over. And I am sure that can work out. And you have basically a very good point here, because you are born on the land of Sri Ganesha. Basically, it's such an advantage for you. Much more than Russians have. But Russians, I don't know how. They have shot up so well. It's an agya. It's a right agya. Where they have denied tribes, they have denied all religions, everything, and still they are prospering. So you are very well placed, and innocence can never be lost. Can never be lost, whatever you may try. Of course there could be clouds, but they get just into nothing, they just disappear. If you just try to cling on to your innocence and simplicity, and don't think too much. We should do like this, we should organize like this, we should have this thing. Nothing of the kind. Wherever you are, why to think? I never think where will I sit, what will be my chair, how will I sleep, how will I go there. Nothing. Just exist. Just exist. Everything works out for good. You should know. Now, if you redden too much on your faces, you should know you have left Vishuddhis. So first of all, know that you are forgiven for everything. Whatever you have done, you are forgiven. Just remember, you are forgiven completely, absolutely, 100%. There is nothing to feel guilty about. Nothing to feel guilty. And you are loved, you are looked after, you are cared for. Param Chaitanya cares. It's a caring government, I should say. It cares for it, looks after it, manages so many things. Unbelievable it is. It manages, it works out. You must have heard about the story about Cairns, what miracle has taken place. Have you heard? No? So, okay. Where is Kay? Kay, can you tell them? Come here.
She's coming.
Just come. It's too much. बहुत ज़्यादा चाशनी नहीं बनाओ, बिल्कुल हल्की रखना. बस हो गया. अच्छा ठीक. Now tell.
It was a great blessing for Srimataji to come to Cairns for us, and we had the opportunity of taking Srimataji out to the Great Barrier Reef.
Just we decided spontaneously.
Very spontaneously. We delayed her flight and kept her from the Brisbane people for a few hours just to keep her a little more time with us, but we felt it was important that she put her attention on the reef because there was a lot of problems happening with this great natural phenomena off the coast of Cairns. And we took a fast boat out to the reef, and Srimataji graciously agreed to go down into a semi-submergible and had a look at the reef. And just looking at it, all the fish came around. It was just a miracle to be in the reef with her while she was looking at all this wonderful natural phenomena. But within the next day, the attention of the people who had been researching the reef and been worried about the crown of thorn starfish eating the reef and all the pollution, suddenly they started to realize that the reef was regenerating and all the crown of thorn starfish were dying, and they didn't know why. They didn't know where they'd come from, and now they don't know where they've gone. And
They have written it's a mystery.
And they say it's a mystery, but just a glance from our mother has just made everything right. Jai Shri Mataji.
But you are not gold reef, you see. You are not that, because you see, I cannot transform you that way. You have to use your willpower. They are all animals, you see. And animals are under the control of God. That's why they are called as Pashu. Means Pash, means all the bandhan. Under the bandhan of God is whatever God wants can do with them, with all the plants, of animals, everyone. But with human beings you can't do everything. And also to understand human beings is another problem. I don't know how suddenly they become so funny. They are alright going straight and suddenly you don't know what happens to them. So it's a thing that God has created, and then adding to that, man has created himself a little bit more, which is quite a difficult thing to understand. So you better understand yourself why you do like that. And you have to, with your free will, accept that I have to do it. It is self-disciplining. And you will work it out. And I am sure one day you will show that in Australia we have really achieved a great height. Children are wonderful here, no doubt. Then another thing is that we have started a school in India, with the idea that the amount you pay only for their food and clothes per month, that much is about to be charged for them. And they will have the best education of a private school with all other facilities like horse riding, swimming and every sort of thing. Music, dancing, everything can be taught to them. The amount will be the same practically as much you will be spending on one child per month. Here only for keeping them in the house. So it would be like going to a general school. Of course the transport and everything we will look after. Now for this we have, as it is, you have paid some money and others have also paid, and we have made a good arrangement now. School has started. With this kind of a school, the parents can go and see their children for a month, 2 months, whichever way you like, and stay there with them, or if you want you can take them out to Himalayas, whichever way you want to do. But till the age of 16 years I am thinking the children should not be exposed to this funny type of a country where they are just trying to destroy them. Because we have tried that also. When the children go back to parents, they come back with great problems. So it's difficult. So now to think they are my children, if you really think they are your children for their benevolence, you must sacrifice. Maybe little money you might have to sacrifice, but more this feeling that they are my children. They are actually mine. And this will really help you a lot. You will be free here to do what you like, to have more time for meditation, spreading Sahaja Yoga, because we are now on sort of a war path. And we have to make these children so good that wherever they go, they will not take to drugs, they will not take to bad things. On the contrary, they will be very great Sahaja Yogis. Maybe we might start a university later, but just up to 16 years is guaranteed. So now we have started for only, I think, 7-year-old children, a school now near Himalayas, and also now we are going to bring it down. But now after 3 years or so, we will be starting school for all classes. For all classes, we will be starting in a big way, and we will be having best teachers and best timings, and we will look after them. Only thing is that if the Cambridge University accepts, then we will have the Cambridge University affiliation, because Indian standards are too high, very high. You have to work really very hard for that. I would prefer Cambridge better. So they might agree to do that for us. That's how our children can achieve a better understanding of things, and they have more time for other things to do. So many things we are going to combine in it. Basic education of Gandhiji, I am going to introduce into that, where children know so much about the trees, about the plants, about animals, about fishes, about the surroundings in which they live, about the Mother Earth, about ecological problems and things like that. And we have to create really great leaders out of them. So it is for you to decide now the children that you want to send there. You can have children up to 7 years here or 6 years here for your primary classes, but not for your high schools. But primary classes also we have. If you want to send your children for primary classes, we have that also. That we can look after those children who are for primary classes. And there will be leave for the children for 2 months or 3 months, I think, for which you can come there or you can take them anywhere you feel like. But I would not advise you to bring them back here because it's too much of an exposure and you know what's happening to your children. They'll have to learn how to respect parents, respect everything, and to get the intrinsic value of everything properly evaluated in their minds so that they do not become stupid. I'm sure this will work out very well. I have seen some children in Rome. They have become so sensible, so developed, so beautiful. So money-wise also, we might have to cut down little expenses of yours, doesn't it? For your children, you have to do something. That's the minimum they have worked it out. They said that per month will be about $300 for a child, inclusive of clothes, food, transport, everything, books, everything. You don't have to worry for their expenses at all. You could give them some other clothes, but they'll have all their uniforms done by them, books, shoes, everything will be done in that amount. And education of every kind, all kinds of arts, crafts, depending on the aptitude of the child. And you will see there will be something very unique, children. So think it over. In that there is a lot of work entailed, and some people are working it out. I will be getting some people from here also. And the whole process will be under my control, so you don't have to worry. So now I hope I will be coming next year again. But for next year, I mean, of course not this year, but next year we have decided that it would be better to come here in the month of April or May, because May is a better month here than March and April. It's quite hot. So what do you say, April or May? May. May, all right. But May I can only come on 5th of May. After I said 5th of May, because we'll have one Sahasrara there and one here. And we can work it out that way to come by May, so we can have 1 month of May spent here. I would like to spend more time, but you must not have any more groups, quarrels, fighting, problems with husband and wife. I mean, sometimes I feel, why did I marry them to create these problems? They were all right without marriages. So all these petty things should not be there. You should all be big, great people. I would like to come and see you here in your ashrams and things. I would like to know what you have been doing, what creative work you have been doing. It's beautiful things you can do. Alright? So with that hope, tomorrow we'll have this birthday puja, and everybody is quite jealous of you that I'm having my birthday. I love you Australians very much, and you have to also love yourself and have proper value about yourself. You don't fritter away your lives. Don't waste them on nonsensical things. That's very precious. If you are not precious, you would not have come to Sahaja. Remember that. You would have been by now in some pub. May God bless.
Hello, Jagannatha, Shri Nirmal Dham.
Bye bye.
अब हम श्री माता जी की आरती करेंगे। We will now offer आरती to श्री माता जी।
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जग कितने लिए अवतार माँ, कितने लिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तो गंगा यमुना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सुख ही मिला उसको माँ, सुख मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, लौट के ना जाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। नव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियाला माँ, कर दिया उजियाला। कलियुग में माया है, कलियुग में माया है। फिर भी पहचाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती से दूर करना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, इनमें सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधुर संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधुर संगीत सुन लो। होए सके जो सेवा, होए सके जो सेवा, हमसे करा लेना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कनके साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी नमो त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कनके साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माता जी, श्री निर्मला श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी
नमो नमः। बोलो श्री
आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
श्री माता जी, आपका कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद माँ कि आपने हमें आपके श्री चरणों की आराधना करने का ये अवसर प्रदान किया। थैंक यू श्री माता जी for giving us this chance to worship your holy lotus feet. जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी। आज शाम का ध्यान और संगीत कार्यक्रम शाम को 5:30 बजे आरंभ होगा और अभी हम सभी ध्यान में बने रहें। श्री संदीप दयाल भैया जी एंड मिलिंद दयाल भैया जी सतारा से यहाँ परम पूज्य श्री माता जी के श्री चरणों में अपनी संगीत प्रस्तुति अर्पित करने आए हुए हैं। उनके द्वारा वायलिन वादन को सुनते हुए हम ध्यान में बने रहेंगे। जय श्री माता जी।
Namo